Come celebrate Lunar New Year on Saturday, February 1st from 12 to 6 p.m. at Market Square Park with the Lunar New Year Festival and Night Market. There's going to be lion and dragon dances, a live DJ, cultural workshops by young audiences of Houston, and my personal favorite, a bustling rice market with street food and vendors. Head over to downtownhouston.org to register in the events section. The first 200 people to register will get a gift voucher to downtown businesses in a special red envelope. I'll see you at the Lunar New Year Festival and Night Market on February 1st in downtown. Today on CityCast Houston. If you have a friend or neighbor who's new to Houston, what do you think they need to survive and thrive in our crazy town? I mean, we love the rodeo and our food, but we also have a lot of mosquitoes, potholes, and of course, that traffic. So today, we're going to create a starter pack for new Houstonians. Joining me are producer Carlignon Jones and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. And if you're a longtime Houstonian, stay tuned because you might pick up a new item or two as well. It's Thursday, January 16th. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Oh my gosh, we are going to get people ready to conquer Houston with a starter pack. But first, let's welcome in Brooke Lewis. How are you, Brooke?
Doing well. How are you, Raheel? Carly?
I'm doing all right. And Carlignon Jones, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. How are y'all?
Doing great. Hey, before we jump into our starter pack and give out some important items for everyone to know, whether you're new to the city or you've been living here for the longest time, it's always good to update this starter pack. Before we get to that, I want to know, do you have any unwritten rules about living in Houston?
I feel like an unwritten rule about living in Houston is never to insult Tex-Mex or try to say it's not authentic. Like, we know that we put a twist on it, but it's still legitimate, especially for the people that are moving from California. Please do not come here disrespecting our Mexican food.
Yes, we're going to put cheese on a lot of things, and that's why it's called Tex-Mex, not just Mexican food, right? That is its own twist. We love cheese, all right? We absolutely love the queso. We love putting shredded cheese on everything, and that is a big part of it.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just how do you survive when it's so hot outside all the time? It's like, well, how do you survive when it's cold outside all the time? So I just hate when people are always acting as if our summers are unbearable. We know it. We live here. We survive every summer. We make it. So I think that's my one unwritten rule. Just don't talk about our summers. Don't talk about the heat. We get it. We get it.
I hate it when people in the Northeast are like, oh my gosh, it's only 35 degrees. You guys are freaking out. The whole city is shutting down in Houston when it gets that cold. But then when it gets to 92 degrees in the Northeast, they're like, it's a dangerous heat wave.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Okay, let's be fair here. 92 is a cold October day for us now, okay?
I know. And honestly, if you try to survive going from 100 degrees to 35 degrees. Like, let's see how you make it out.
Mine is, you can't get mad at somebody for being late. I know it's annoying, but we all have to deal with this H-Town traffic, so it's part of it. Don't get mad at people. Now, if they're late by like an hour, yes, I totally get that. But if they're like 5 to 10 minutes late, it's part of life. Guess what? It's a buffer built in.
Okay, because I was about to say, I don't know about that one. but okay, 5 to 10 minutes, okay. We'll give them some grace.
Yeah. I think that's a good grace period.
I totally get that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to pick 4 items to create our starter pack for living in the city of Houston. We'll go around and get one each at a time. I'm going to kick things off since we're talking about traffic right now. If you're going to live in the city of Houston, your starter pack has to include some car accessories. One being an easy tag, because we have a lot of tollways here and you're going to have to use a tollway at some point. There's no more cash. There's no more change lanes. You have to use the easy tag. Get one and make sure you put it on auto pay, because if you run out of funds, it is not fun. I can tell you that right now. And the second one, I learned this from personal experience. You better have a dash cam, because unfortunately, you will get into an accident and the blame game will happen. Like, I didn't do anything. Oh, it was your fault. No, it was my fault. All that stuff, right? It's going to happen. If you have a dash cam, you're ready to go. Okay, you've got evidence. You're safe. Get one.
In Houston, you basically have to be your own police officer because, first
Oh,
of all,
for
that's another
sure.
thing to know is that if you don't have that dash cam, you just have to know the police are not showing up to that accident. They're, you can
Yeah.
call them and they're going to be like, submit a form. So have the dash cam.
I totally agree. I would say that you need the dash cam just because people drive so crazy in Houston. So it's so unpredictable and you don't want to go through all that he said, she said, like Raheel said. So you just want to have the proof. You want to have the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And then speaking of cars, you also need a spare tire. Let me tell you, you're going to hit a pothole. Our city is filled with potholes. So you need that spare tire in the back or a AAA membership, one of the two. Because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know how to change the tire, AAA will come and help you. But you need that extra tire so that you are not stuck on the side of the road in the middle of a highway or
Oh
anything
my
like that.
gosh,
I
yes.
see so many
Mhm.
pop tires on the highway. It's crazy.
No, it's really scary. I actually saw somebody exiting I-10 over the weekend with their tire as it was falling off. Like it was literally just being
Oh
shredded. And I
no.
was just like, okay, this is
Oh my
unsafe for me
God.
too. Like I need to move away from you because I don't know what's
Yes.
about to happen.
It's so scary. I will add on one, Carly, if that's okay. Get a warranty on your tires from Discount Tire.
Mm-hmm.
That is always clutch because there's nails, potholes, and they will just replace it for free. So that's a bonus tip right there for you. In fact, our friends at Houstonia Magazine, Emma Balter and company, they put together a starter pack giveaway. And one of the things
Ooh.
was a Discount Tire gift card. So
Wow.
it's that important. Brooke, what do
Oh,
you got for
wow.
us?
Yeah, I love how practical you guys is, to survive Houston traffic. Meanwhile, I think you just need a Beyonce song to get you through Houston traffic. Like, make sure that you have one of Beyonce's CDs. Like, you can take it old school. Like, I have actual CDs, so you could have a Beyonce CD. So while your tire implodes on the highway or you get into an accident, you'll be in a good mood because you'll be listening to Beyonce. So I
Hold
just
on.
think
You actually have a CD player and you're using it.
I was about to ask the same thing.
I do. I do. I know. It's like you would think my car is 2016, so that's
Okay.
probably why. But I have a CD player and I do use it from time to time. I mean, I mostly
Wow.
use Spotify, but I do like to pull out my CDs every now and then.
That is cool. Good for you. CDs. You know, I'm going to make you a mix CD and burn one for you.
Yes, this is what I used to do, you guys. Like back in the day, I used to burn so many CDs for my friends. Like I was known as that person. If you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a hard time, like I would make the perfect mix and then I would give it to them. So love it.
Okay, my next one is probably the most important one, and I'm just going to crown myself a champion here for bringing this one up. You better have a generator if you're going to live in the city of Houston in your starter pack because unfortunately, the lights will go out. The power is going to go out, especially with the storms that come through the city of Houston. We all remember what happened after Hurricane Beryl. Unfortunately, we remember what happened in Winter Storm Uri in 2021. Look, our power lines, they are not that reliable, all right, especially with weather events. So please have a generator.
I want to contest you. I think that the one that I'm about to bring up next is actually way more important, and that's an AC. And I mean, in your car, in your house, and a portable one. If you're just like standing outside at like a festival or something like that, you need an AC. I mean, Brooke talked about it earlier. It gets hot down here. For some people, they feel like it's the desert almost, but, they can't take the heat. But that AC is the most essential thing, I think, to live in Houston. There's some people that don't have one, and I don't know how they survive. I really don't. They open the windows, I guess, but...
Yeah, it is dangerous if you don't have one, especially when you are hitting 105 degrees and the heat index feels like it's 125. It is dangerous. And yeah, there are a lot of cities when people move from the Northeast or even from the Midwest, a lot of people don't have ACs because their summers are pleasant. So there's no reason to put one in there. But yeah, AC is very, very important. I just take it for granted because I grew up here. We always had AC. Like I didn't think about that. That's a good one.
And let me just say, though, up north, they like to say, oh, we don't need AC. But when I went to school in Syracuse, I wanted AC, you guys. Like, it was still hot enough to have AC. Like, it was still like, we don't have AC, especially if you live like on the upstairs. like it would get hot. So I just think people don't understand, like, especially in Houston, we need AC. So I'm with Carly. Like, wherever you can get it, you need it.
Question. So do y'all sleep with your AC on in the wintertime? Or is it just me?
I think that's just you.
Yeah, I think it's just a Carly thing. Now I do something weird where I'll put my heat on and I'll have my fan going in my room just because I can't just have like the dry air, like nothing, like
Yeah,
just
you
hot
want
air.
circulation.
I need circulation, so it is like that weird thing where the fan's blowing but there's heat on.
Our house, unfortunately, has to be at 72 degrees no matter what, whether it be the AC or the heater. And I say unfortunately because at night, I want it to be colder, but because of the kids, you don't want them to get too cold and the house has to be at 72, then I'm a sweaty mess every single night. It just never works out. And my wife doesn't like the fan on. So it's just a whole thing in our house. But yeah, it has to be 72 no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think I can even get married to somebody if they can't like sleep with like 69 or 70. 70 is not bad, but 69, 68 is where I keep mine at.
Ooh.
Oh my
I know,
gosh.
it's a little crazy. I sleep with like 3 blankets though.
Well, yes, because
Yeah,
it's 68 degrees.
Yeah, that's why you're so cold, Carly. Yeah, that's way too cold for me, you guys. I get cold so easily. Like I can barely stand it. Like you guys would probably be burning up in my house because sometimes I have it at 75, 76, 77. And people are like, why do you even have AC on? I'm like, I'm kind of cold. Like I still have a blanket. You guys talked about having a generator, having AC. Another place where you can just get everything that you need is H-E-B in Houston. So you need to get an H-E-B gift card. Just, buy it for a friend, buy it for your family, have them on stock because whenever you're going through a disaster in Houston, you'll know that everyone's lined up at H-E-B to get something. Mm-hmm. And so just having that extra gift card, then you don't have to spend as much money as you normally would. So H-E-B is like our paradise in Houston. So you have to get a gift card. You got to have one on deck for all the different calamities that are going to happen while you're living here.
Yeah, H-E-B is not only our weekly stop here in the city of Houston, but as you mentioned, when a disaster unfortunately hits the city, it becomes the place to go, not only to try to stock up on essentials, but during Hurricane Harvey, when my family had to evacuate our house, you know where we were taken? H-E-B. That's where our pickup point was. It is crazy how important H-E-B is to Houstonians. Life and Death on the Border 1910 to 1920 is now on view at Holocaust Museum Houston from January 24th to May 25th. This groundbreaking exhibition is produced by the Bullock Texas State History Museum in collaboration with Refusing to Forget, and it explores a decade of hardship, conflict, and state-sanctioned violence along the Texas border that threatened to destroy a community. But this decade also led to a cultural renaissance along the border and beyond, and it inspired the Mexican-American Civil Rights Movement. Life and Death on the Border 1910 to 1920 will be on view in Holocaust Museum Houston's Joseph and Edith Mintzberg Gallery, January 24th through May 25th. Admission is always free for ages 18 and under and college students with a valid school ID, and it's also free to everyone Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Learn more at hmh.org/lifeanddeath. The Museum of Fine Arts Houston presents Living with the Gods, Arts, Beliefs, and Peoples. To celebrate its centennial, the museum has organized a once-in-a-lifetime exhibition that features extraordinary objects made by artists to communicate with their gods. Living with the Gods represents a vast array of religions and beliefs, with art created across cultures and across thousands of years. The 200 objects demonstrate the astonishing quality that artists have achieved when driven by passion and faith. Living with the Gods is on view from October 27th through January 20th, 2025. Visit mfah.org/livingwiththegods to learn more. That's mfah.org/livingwiththegods.
Another place that's super important is Sam's Club. You need a Sam's Club membership because that's also a great place that you can go and stock up on everything you need. And the reason why I think this is so key is, first of all, you get discounts on gas. On top of that, you can get like, your toilet paper and everything, like, when people are freaking out, when everything's going out of stock, like when we have those emergencies. And if you go stock up early, then you can avoid traffic. You don't have to be out in the heat shopping like every second at Walmart or HEB so I think it's a really good investment to get a Sam's Club membership because they're only like $50 a year, I think.
Yeah, and they have specials all the time. Now, I'm going to jump in here because I'm like you. I love Sam's Club. I'm an old school Sam's Club soul, all right? But there seems to be a big judgment made when I tell people that I go to Sam's Club because people are now Costco people. And they're just like, you don't go to Costco? Oh my gosh, what? You don't go to, what? You still go to Sam's Club? Do y'all get that at all? Because these Costco elitists, they make me feel bad.
I think I get double shame because I rarely ever go to Sam's Club or Costco. It's just HEB, you guys, which is why I brought up the gift cards. So when I say that, I get also the really? You don't realize how much money you could save by having a Costco membership or a Sam's Club membership. And I'm like, guys, I have a family of one right now, so I'm good. Now, when I get married and I have kids, then I think I'll probably get a Sam's Club membership.
Yeah. I mean, I seen a Costco truck the other day. I don't know if I'm just oblivious, but I didn't even know we really had Costco's around Houston. I'm sticking to Sam's Club though, because I don't know. It's just something about Sam's Club that I love. They have the food court, all the people are always friendly. I don't know. I can't go switch over to Costco yet.
You're not switching teams. I also like that with Sam's Club, they're not as strict about adding family members to your membership. So I go in with my dad's membership. I'll admit it here. I'm not paying for my own. But Costco, now you have to scan in and they look at your ID. You are not getting through if you're not that picture. Okay. So, hey, I'm trying to save money as well. Shout out to Sam's Club for letting the whole family through.
No, for real. I have at least 2 or 3 people that have a membership with me on Sam's Club.
So another gripe with HEB is that in the checkout, they didn't have tap for your credit card or debit card when you were checking out. And people had a lot to say about that. And guys, they're rolling it out here in Houston. I was at the Montrose HEB and I was so happy that I could tap my card and my card wouldn't get all raggedy because it's been getting raggedy just from the HEB self-checkout. Because I told you guys that's where I go all the time. So it was my card's getting so destroyed from this. So that's another reason why you need to get an HEB gift card.
So for me, I don't know if I need to go to HEB or Sam's Club for the next one, but mosquito spray. Okay, you need some kind of bug spray. Now, of course, it's bug spray, but in reality, it's mosquito spray for us, okay? Because in the summer, and it seems like year-round now, we will face a lot of mosquitoes in the city of Houston and surrounding areas. So you better get that off or some kind of DEET spray, whatever it is, okay? You better have that in your starter pack or you will just stay inside the whole time.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, the mosquitoes in Houston are vicious.
And I know, like I said before, you guys continue to give practical, guides to Houston, practical things you need. But I'm here for the relaxing. So if you're sitting there getting bitten by mosquitoes, then you need a margarita. You need one. You can get a margarita from any Tex-Mex spot that's your favorite. Ninfa's, Escalante's. Honestly, the list goes on and on. You guys know I love Tex-Mex. And some of these places allow you to have margaritas to go. So take your margarita home, enjoy it at the restaurant, whatever you want to do. But I believe every Houstonian needs to have a margarita that's one of their favorite from whatever restaurant they enjoy.
I agree. I almost put this in my starter pack too because I think it's important. We went to California a couple weeks ago, and while we were there, we asked for a to-go margarita, and they were like, "Where are you from? Texas?" And I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Y'all don't do that here." This is why we're better.
Wait, just one margarita or the margarita mix?
Well, no, an actual margarita. You usually can get them in a to-go cup. In Texas, they started that in the pandemic, but in other states, they don't do it. And I'm like, that's why Texas is a better state because we have to go margaritas.
For our new listeners, I don't drink, so I wasn't familiar with the margarita to go game. So there you go. I learned something new.
Mm-hmm.
And look, guys, all you need is just one margarita. Like, that's what I'm saying. And it's cheap. So maybe the same. No, I'm not going to say it's the same cost as bug spray, but maybe add an extra a few dollars to it. But it's still good. It's still good.
Okay, we have 3 things in our starter pack. That means we have one more item each. And I feel like we need something to wear. Okay, that is like a category that we haven't discussed. Carly, you got anything?
Oh, yeah. So you have to have a pair of cowboy or cowgirl boots. I'm going to throw in the hat on top of that, too. You need a hat because the Houston Rodeo comes around every year. There's always rodeos and trail rides going on around the city. So I feel like you just have to have at least one outfit that you can wear to one of these events. It's important. It really is. Like, if you don't have one, like, are you a real Texan?
Ooh. Shots fired by Carly.
Shots fired. Bang, bang.
Yeah, boots you got to have, right? Especially for rodeo season once a year. If you're not familiar, the rodeo is our marquee event here in the city of Houston. It is weeks of fun, good eats, cowboys all over. So you got to have your boots ready. But for me, if I have to pick an item to wear, I am taking an Astros jersey. All right. It is the best jersey to wear. One, because of how successful the team has been. We are in the golden era of the Houston Astros reign right now. But also, you can wear it every day. It is my go-to travel jersey. I always put on an Astros jersey because I want everyone to know, no matter what city I'm going to, is that I'm repping Houston and I'm repping the Houston Astros. No matter what other people say, the cheating scandal, this and that, I'm repping the boys. It is my go-to. I've got 5 of them now, and 5? I rotate them. Yeah,
wow, Raheel.
5.
Yeah, I got 5 of them because I just pick them up. Like when they go on sale, I'm like, I got to get the World Series jersey. I got to get the Space City jersey. I need to get an Altuve jersey. You guys sound like my wife right now. Why do you get 5?
It's just like, I guess he has one for literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
He's equipped. Like, he's got it.
I need a throwback one. Okay, so I can have the different styles.
Well, you know what, guys? You can wear your Astros jersey and your cowboy boots. We can wear it at the Houston Rodeo because for my starter pack, you need a ticket to the Houston Rodeo. You got to go. You have to go. Every Houstonian has to have at least one trip to the Houston Rodeo because after that one trip, you'll just want to go back every single year. It is truly the marquee event of Houston. You'll see all kinds of people there. You'll see true cowboys, cowgirls, but also I love that it just brings out the whole city. Whether you're, you love that kind of cowboy culture or not, like you're going to eat some good food. You're going to see some amazing concerts from people from all over the country, big celebrities. And yeah, you can wear your Astros jersey and your cowboy boots to the rodeo and no one will look at you strange.
That's actually the perfect rodeo outfit. Like you're wearing an Astros jersey with some boots and you're ready to go. And by the way, we did a whole series on the most Houston thing ever, and the Houston Rodeo ended up winning that. So it just lets you know how important it is to the city of Houston that we have the rodeo, and it is such a huge part of our city and identity. So make sure you have your ticket, your cowboy or cowgirl boots, and go there and have fun. Okay, I feel like we've gotten new Houstonians and old Houstonians really ready to tackle the city with these great starter packs. But if we left any items out, send us a DM on Instagram at CityCastHouston or with the info in our show notes. Brooke, that was a lot of fun. Carly, thank you so much. And I feel prepared. Do y'all feel ready to tackle the city?
Yep, I'm excited and ready. I feel like you guys prepared me.
Yeah, thank y'all. I think I got it all packed up and ready to start taking over Houston.
Thanks, y'all. That was producer Carlignon Jones and Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis. If you enjoyed this episode, please send it to a friend who's new to Houston so they can also thrive in H-Town. And if you haven't already, pull out your phone right now and hit that subscribe button so you can get CityCast Houston every single morning so you can catch up on the news, culture, and moments of joy every weekday that are impacting our city. It really helps us grow, so I truly appreciate it. You can also help us grow the show by dropping us a rating and review wherever you listen. Thank you. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
And then speaking of not tires, cars. I'm off today, y'all. Okay, and speaking of why did I say it again?